it's Johara again. I was gonna make this video tomorrow, but I decided to do it tonight because I felt like it. This video will be about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. A lot of the newer, younger people on YouTube probably has never seen it. Maybe heard of it from their parents or parents' friends or someone, I don't know. But if you haven't seen it, I suggest you do because it is so good. It's one of the first shows I remember watching when I was younger, like getting one of the first older shows I watched. None of that kid shows, but that and Charmed. But if you haven't seen it, I suggest you do because it's really good. And if you are watching it but you're not done yet, there will be spoilers. I don't know if you like spoilers, but I might add a little Angel in this since it is the spin-off. But I'm not a big fan. I mean, Angel's pretty good the first few seasons. I haven't finished season 4 and haven't watched season 5. I heard season 5 is really good and I want to watch it, mostly because Spike's supposed to be on there. But I can't get past season 4 because it's so stupid. I may add a little Angel in here, but I might save Angel for another. Actually, no, I probably won't even make a whole video for Angel, so I'll probably just add whatever I want to say on here. But I've been rewatching some Buffy, not the entire series. I just felt like watching some of my favorite episodes from each season, which I'm probably going to do with Charm next. But I'll make a whole other Charm video later. But I love Buffy, I mean, I do, but there are things that annoy me on there, mostly season 4. That was really not a good season. There's a few things I like on season 4, like I love the episode Hush, because I love the demons. They're so creepy, and the creepier the better is my motto. But it's also when they introduced Tara, which she turned out to be one of my favorite characters, along with Anya and Spike and Xander. Those are probably my favorites. But I also love Willow and Buffy and Giles. I have a lot of favorite characters on the show, to be honest. But season 4 is just, it wasn't that good. I mean, it was their first year of college, and most of those episodes were just blah. And Adam was one of my least favorite big bads. I mean, there's a big bad in each season. The first season was the master of all vampires. Then season 2 was Angelus, Angel when he was evil. Season 3 was the mayor, who turned into a big snake during graduation. I love that. Then there's season 4 is Adam, which is just this whole initiative storyline I hated. You know, I hated Riley, I hated the initiative, and then they created Adam, which was the worst big bad out of all the big bads. And I like most of the big bads, and I like most of these season finales. I mean, I actually didn't like the season finale of season 4 because they defeated Adam the episode before it. And then that one is they're all just asleep the entire episode. There are a bunch of dreams about the first Slayer, and it's not good at all. But there are a lot, but it's important because there are a lot of foreshadowing. I didn't realize for the longest time they do a lot of foreshadowing. Like in season 5 when Dawn comes, there's foreshadowing in that episode and in the episode when Buffy and Faith switched bodies. There's foreshadowing about Dawn coming. What else is there foreshadowing about? Oh, I saw a post about this. That's how I'm remembering all this. Tara told Willow that she doesn't know anything about her in one of the dreams, and later on you find out all about Tara's past, which she kept a secret because she was ashamed of it. There's probably more that I'm just not thinking of. I don't know. But anyways, back to the big bads. Season 5 was Glory. I love that one. I just watched that one the other day. I watched the musical episode and Tabula Rasa because I love those 2 episodes. Season 6, the big bad ended up being Willow, of all people, which I really love that storyline, but I hated what had to be done to create it, which was Tara's death. I love the whole Willow big bad thing, but the only way to do that was to kill one of my favorite characters, my Tara. But season 7, the big bad was the first evil, and all those Uber Vamps and Bringers. But it was mostly the first. On the finale, it was really sad because Anya died and then Spike died, but he didn't end up dying because apparently, I haven't really seen season 5 of Angel, but I do know a lot of spoilers because I usually don't like spoilers unless it's a show I can't finish, and then I really don't care if I get spoiled after a while because it's like, because at first it's good, but then it's not, and then you want to know what happens, but sometimes you can't get into it, so I just said, meh, don't care about that, spoilers on that show. So Angel, I don't care about spoilers. Same with Ghost Whisperer, I don't think I really care about spoilers in that one. I already have some spoilers because I'm a mom. But on season 5 Angel, apparently, I think he was trapped in the amulet that he wore to defeat all of them when they all end up dying, and Sunnydale ended up becoming a big hole for a swimming pool or something. I don't know. I do wonder what they're gonna use for that. I mean, it's just a big, gigantic hole where the city used to be. So it's like, are they just gonna make it an ocean, or are they? I don't know. They're just gonna put some more cement in there and recreate Sunnydale. I have no idea. I have no idea where they're gonna go. Giles did mention, I think, London, but I don't know if that's where they end up going. I don't know. But they killed off Anya, and some people don't like her death. They say it's a really bad way to kill off Anya, but I thought it was a great way to kill her off if they had to, because I'd rather she lived. I'd rather her have married Xander than live a very nice life, be very old, and then die together with kids and grandkids and great-grandkids. But no, they had to kill her off. I think it didn't even end up getting Xander and Anya married. I like to think that if she had survived, they would have got back together and eventually got married when they were both ready. But they had to kill her off, so that's not gonna happen. But because when she died, she was saving someone, Andrew, an idiot who should have died, not her. But that's such a difference for Anya's character because she can be pretty selfish. She thinks about herself a lot, but she's a 1,000-year-old ex-vengeance demon. So, yeah. But she ended up saving his life, which was such a surprise. You don't, out of anyone for her to, I mean, I understand her saving Xander. She almost died, maybe not almost died, but she got hurt really badly during the Glory battle because a bunch of huge rocks and everything was falling, and she pushed Xander out of the way to save him, and they all fell down on her, and I mean, she could have died. So I'm not surprised her trying to save Xander, but to try to save, I wouldn't even be that surprised to try to save one of her friends, you know, Buffy, Willow, someone. But out of all the people, she saved Andrew, and I thought that was a really good end for her character because it showed her growth. And then, oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. When Xander asked Andrew where she was when they left Sunnydale, oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. Andrew said that Anya died to save his life, and then Xander tried his hardest not to cry, but you could tell he was about to, and he's just like, that's my girl, always doing these stupid things. Oh my gosh. Okay, that death, and Spike's death, because, I mean, when he's introduced in season 2, he's this evil vampire, you know, and then him and Buffy hate each other, and then he gets this chip in his head, and he can't kill or even hurt anyone unless only if they're alive, human, I should say. Later on, he was able to hurt Buffy, but that was only because she had died during the Glory thing and then came back to life. So she technically died, so that was a technicality, I guess you can call it. But they hate each other, but then he ended up falling in love with her, and Buffy loved Spike. And I think the whole Buffy and Spike thing, I think thing is, Spike loved Buffy even without a soul. He didn't get a soul until season 7, but he fell for her, what, season 5? Yeah, season 5. He fell in love with her in season 5. But Angel, he loved her without a soul, and he had a soul when he was introduced. But then he lost his soul in season 2, making him the big bad, and then he got it back. He died, came back with his soul. But anyways, Angel didn't love Buffy without his soul. He tormented her. Went after people she cared about, and he hated her without his soul, even though she still loved him. But with Spike, he loved her without his soul. He fell in love with her in season 5. He didn't get his soul until season 7. He fell in love with her when he was just a soulless monster still, you know? And that proves that Spike's love for Buffy was better, you know? And Buffy, I think she loved Spike. I don't know, there's a lot of debate between who Buffy should be with, Spike or Angel, but I think Spike was better for her. You know, I mean, they challenged each other. They were just better, you know, and there was love in there was passion, and they were just good for each other. But anyways, back to deaths, Buffy deaths. Spike, when he died, he was this, I mean, you can see his growth from season 2 to season 7. I mean, if you didn't know better, you wouldn't even think they were the same guy. Maybe, or same character. It's obviously the same actor, but you wouldn't even think they're the same character. Just the same actor playing 2 different characters. I mean, because he's completely changed. You know? I mean, from the guy in season 2 to the guy in season 7. You know, and, I love the scene when he goes through the school with his his signature leather jacket, because he kind of stopped wearing it. After he got his soul, he kind of changed for the worse. Because I love Spike being good, but I love him with that little edge, you know. But then when he came back and he was himself again, you know, he was good, fighting for the good, but he was also a bit edgy and, you know, so he ended up dying because Angel came back and gave Buffy an amulet and said only a champion can wear it, and it couldn't be Buffy, so Angel thought it had to be him, you know, a vampire with soul, but he didn't know Spike had a soul yet, and Buffy knew it was Spike. And when Buffy handed Spike the amulet, that scene was just beautiful, because Spike looked at her all genuine, and because it showed that Buffy truly did trust him, you know? I mean, the entire season 7 showed how much Buffy trusted him. I mean, she defended him constantly, defended him against Giles, defended him against Robin, and you could, even to Angel, she told him that he was in her heart. She truly loves him. But then he ended up, so when he put that amulet on, he ended up, all the Uber Vamps just died, and then he ended up dying. But apparently he didn't. I'm still a little fussy about that. I don't really have all the details. See, I'm going to have to finish season 4 so I can watch season 5. But I can't watch season 4 because what they're doing to Cordelia's character. I mean, Cordelia from Buffy was a shallow high school princess, you know. I mean, she changed a little bit when she started dating Xander, but she was still kind of a shallow, popular girl, even when she was dating Xander. I mean, she had changed, which was good. But then on Angel, you really saw her character development so much. I mean, she came from the shallow princess to this warrior, you know, who didn't go out on every Friday night, who didn't care about, well, I guess she still kind of cared about clothes, but she was just completely different, you know. And I just loved how they showed her development, because they didn't just completely change her like that. She didn't change until she got her visions. When Doyle died, he kissed her and placed his, because he was half demon, and his demon part had, he had visions of the future. He passed them on to her, and I think that's what really changed her. But you saw her slowly changing before that, anyways. And even on Buffy, it showed her slowly change, and I just love that character development, because character developments are always different. Sometimes they go on really fast, maybe too fast, and it was kind of sloppy because they went from one episode being this, another episode being this. But then other times they're so slow that you can slowly see them evolving into a better person, evolving into themselves. And that's what happened with Cordelia. She evolved and she became a better person, one of the most trusted people on Angel's team. But then in season 4, they just went downhill with her character. I mean, her and Angel started having feelings for together, and I know that Cordelia's gonna die soon, sometime this season or season 5 or something. I don't know. But she's supposed to die, and I really think they should have kept her alive and kept it together. But in this season, what I have seen so far, she ended up having sex with Angel's son, who was a baby, and then all of a sudden he was a teenager, and that was all. Maybe, yeah, I think he was like 17, 18, maybe younger, I don't know. But it was disturbing, and then she got pregnant and possessed, and it's terrible. I hate it, and it's cringy, and they just completely wrecked it. They had a beautiful thing going, but they can never leave well enough alone, which is what I always say about any show or movie these days. I mean, they don't know how to stop, you know? Like that new Charm they're making. I mean, it's not that bad of a show. I kind of like it, but I still think if they wanted to remake Charm, they should have just went with their kids. No, with their kids. Yeah, okay. The Charm was kids. It should have been about them. But anyways, back to Buffy. I also heard that Fred and Wesley's going to die, and that's going to make me cry, because Wesley's development was really good at first too, but then they wrecked his character as well, because he went all crazy after he found out the prophecy about Angel's son, and then it turned out that he had it wrong the entire time, and then he betrayed the team, and he went all dark, and they just don't know how to believe well enough long. One of these days I'm just going to make a video about every show or movie that they destroyed a character or a show because they didn't know how to stop. I'm going to make that video eventually. I know I will. But anyways, Tara's death on Buffy was really sad. I mean, she's had a really hard life. I mean, her mom died when she was 17. Her dad and brother and cousin made her think that her witch powers were actually demon powers and that she was evil, and to keep her in line and control her. And then finally she found out it was all a lie, and she was finally happy. But then Glory ended up messing with her mind, making her go crazy because she wouldn't tell her who the key was, which was Dawn, Buffy's little sister. And another thing that annoys me is that no one even really said thank you to Tara. I mean, I don't think anyone really truly appreciated how much she put for the game, for the team. I mean, she pretty much even said how having your mind messed with like that is worse than death. But still, no one appreciates what she did. I mean, she lost so much to protect Dawn's secret, and she didn't have to. She knew what was going to happen to her if she didn't tell her, but she didn't, because it's not who she is. Because she's so kind, you know. And at first she was so shy, and her character evolved too. I mean, she became more confident, you know. And I just think they should have appreciated her more, you know. I did like that she started getting closer to other people than just Willow. That was a nice touch, because I would have been really mad if they hadn't. Because when Willow and Tara were broken up, Buffy wanted Tara to be at her surprise party or not surprise party, but birthday party, whatever. But and then Tara was the only person Buffy told to about what was going on with her, what she was doing with Spike, and she trusted Tara. And Tara was the only one she told, which I kind of loved, because it showed that Tara was a part of the gang, because Tara always thought she wasn't really a part of the gang, you know. But she was. I mean, even when she was broken up, she was still in the gang, even though it was kind of awkward with her and Willow, because Tara didn't want to break up with Willow, but what Willow did was beyond. I mean, she knows what Tara's been through, but she's still playing memory games with her, erased her memory of their fights, because Willow was getting addicted to magic. And then Tara said, go 1 week without magic, and then we'll see. you know, about our relationship. But what did Willow do? She cast a spell on both Buffy and Tara, so that Tara would forget the fight, and Buffy would forget that she was in heaven, so she wouldn't be so miserable. Even though that was Willow's fault too, because she was the one being selfish. She's the one that convinced everyone else that Buffy had to be in a hell dimension, so that she would feel better about bringing her alive. Because see, I love Willow, I do, but season 6, she was just so selfish. I mean, all she cared about was Buffy being alive. She didn't even think about how that Buffy might be happy where she was, and all she cared about was that her and Tara were getting along. She didn't care about their fights, because even she tried to solve their issue with magic. You don't do that. But you know, and then after they broke up, her powers got really addicted. I mean, she even almost got Dawn killed, and it was just insane. And then she was finally doing better. Her and Tara got back together. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry again. And then Tara dies, and I don't know. I think they could have killed off her character better. I mean, Tara deserves a lot more than that. I mean, after everything she's been through, what her family put her through, her losing her mom, what Boy put her through, what Willow of all people put her through, and then Warren shoots Buffy, shoots up and shoots Tara, and they were so happy. Tara and Willow were so happy. They just gone back together. They were all lovey-dovey, and they were just so happy. And then Tara was smiling and looking at Willow. She was by the window, which I wished she would have moved. And then all of a sudden she was shot, and she said, "Your shirt," because Willow's shirt was white and blood had splatter on it. She was just like, "Your shirt," and then she fell, and then Willow just lost and became evil and became one of the best big bads of the series. But that does not mean Tara should have died. I wish they would have brought her back. I mean, I know after everything Buffy went through, that would be the last thing I should hope for, but I want my Tara back. Okay, moving on before I really start crying a lot. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, those are some things that just annoy me about Buffy. I mean, I love the show, but every show or movie or book you watch or read or whatever, there's going to be something that annoys you. I mean, there's going to be some things you love and some things you don't. You're going to have your favorite seasons, your favorite episodes, your least favorite seasons, and your least favorite episodes, you know? I mean, I probably can't name one show that where there's something that doesn't bother me, even if it's just something little, you know. I mean, there's always gonna be something that bothers me. But I mean, I mean, sometimes some of the storylines isn't really good, but sometimes they're necessary too. You know, and as long as you watch it once, you know, same with movies, you know, sometimes one of the movies in the franchise isn't as good as the rest, but it's important to the storyline, and sometimes it's not. Like on Nightmare on Elm Street, the second one wasn't important at all. It was stupid. I only watched it once. It didn't matter in the storyline, but there are others where things matter, like Harry Potter. Okay, some of the later movies aren't so good. Deathly Hallows Part 1 isn't so good. Neither is Half-Blood Prince, but they both have important storylines. You know, Fast and Furious, the third one isn't good, and for the longest time you don't think that there's any point to it, but then you find out, even though it's not so good, the third one was actually supposed to be in between the 6th and 7th one, because it was after Giselle died and Hans was in Tokyo for a year when he died. And so yeah, see, that one actually had some importance, even though it was still stupid. I still won't watch it again, but that's besides the point. But Buffy, most of it I like. I think it's mostly season 4, and then that I have a big problem with. You know, the Initiative and Riley. Oh, and Kennedy from season 7. I mean, I understand that Willow needs to move on, but I don't think she needed to move on that quickly. From Tara, of all people. She loved Tara more than anything. I mean, she wouldn't have just went all evil for just anyone, you know. And I love how Xander is the one that brought her back, because Giles knew that it had to be Xander because he brought her back with friendship and love and not power or magic like Buffy would have had it done. You know, it had to be Xander. But anyways, I just hated Kennedy, and I did think she had to be part of anything. And honestly, when at the end, I think she should have died in the big battle. But no, they had to keep her alive. I don't know why though, but I just can't stand her. I can't, and I can't stand Riley. Can't stand Angel. I mean, I like him a little better in Angel though. Another reason why Angel and Cordelia are better and Buffy and Spike are better are because Spike actually makes Buffy happier. With Buffy and Angel, when they were together, they were all gloom and miserable, you know, hardly ever smiled. It was all always serious. But Spike is funny, you know, and Cordelia can be pretty funny. Not one of the funniest characters, not like Spike and Anya, but she's still pretty funny. But Spike made Buffy laugh, you know, and on Angel, there's this one scene when Cordelia was kind of like their doctor. She always patched everyone up, but she finished patching up someone. I don't remember who, but she was like, okay, who's next? And then Angel was acting like a little kid. He was like, ooh, me. And then he jumped up and ran over to her with this big smile on my face as she started patching him up. And that's something that never would have happened when he was with Buffy. I think Cordelia was good for him because she made him smile, which she hardly ever smiled. He was always this tortured soul person, but after a year of being around Cordelia 24/7, he was always happy, and I loved it. You know, he was always happy, and even, I don't know, I just think that's why they would be better together than, I don't know, but the Initiative is one thing I will never like. No, I don't like anyone in the Initiative. And Adam, I mean, they could have found a better big bad, couldn't they? I don't know, maybe not. I mean, like I said, there always has to be something that isn't good or isn't, I don't know. And I don't think the Initiative was that important. I mean, in season 4 it was important because it's what created Adam. So, but Riley, was he a necessary plot? I mean, he was in season 5 a little bit too, you know, but then I guess he could have been a little important, you know, I guess he helped Buffy. I don't know, maybe. I don't know, but I will never like him. I don't like Buffy and Angel together. The only person I like Buffy with was Spike, even though they were never technically together. I don't even know what to call their relationship. I mean, it was very complex and complicated. Very. Willow, the only person I like her with, probably be Tara. I kind of liked her with Oz. I loved her with Tara, I loved Oz. I love Oz's character, but I prefer Willow with Tara. And Oz had to leave for Willow to meet Tara, because I don't know. But I loved Oz. He was always so funny. I mean, he always had the funniest one-liners, and he always kept a straight face. Like, how do you do that? And it helps that he was played by Seth Green, because he's a great actor. Like Sarah Michelle Gellar, I like her too, who plays Buffy. I also love Alyssa Hannigan. Man, Nicholas Brendan, I've only seen him on one other thing. Man, I love these actors and actresses. But I loved Oz, and I missed him when he left. I was glad when he came back for an episode, you know, but he wasn't gone that long when he came back, and then he was gone for good after that. But I love Tara. I do, so I'm glad Willow met her. And I still don't think she needed Kennedy. I don't think that was important at all, but, you know, I guess it's not my place to say, because I'm not the writer of Buffy. I probably would have done a lot of different things of any show if I would have wrote them. I don't know. But, you know, like Cordelia and Angel, I can only see them with each other, you know. I mean, Xander and Cordelia weren't actually that bad. I kind of liked them, you know. It kind of helped. I think that their relationship was important too, because it helped Cordelia be a part of the gang, you know? I mean, even after they broke up, she was still part of the gang because I think she liked it, whether she would admit it or not. I loved Xander with Anya more and Cordelia with Angel, but I think their relationship was good at the time. I think they helped each other grow, you know? I mean, Xander was always like this, I don't know how to explain Xander. He was like, he always acted kind of like a kid and all goofy, and Cordelia kind of helped him a little, you know, probably not as much as Anya did. Well, did Anya really help him? I mean, I don't know. But he really helped. I think he did help Cordelia. I mean, their relationship started out her slow character growth. So I think their relationship was important. Whether everyone liked it or not, I don't know, but it was important to Cordelia's character from her time on Buffy and then her time on Angel. It was an important part of her character growth. You know, I think there's a lot of character growth on this, you know? See, Dawn grew, Buffy grew, or did Buffy grow? I don't know. Willow grew. I don't know if it was good or bad. At first it was good, but then it was bad in season 6 when she became a selfish. But then it was good again in season 7. I don't know. It was all floppy with her character growth. Spike grew, Tara grew, Cordelia grew, everyone grew. There's a lot of character growth in this. I mean, there's some shows where there's no character growth, you know? I mean, everyone's pretty much the same at the beginning and end. I mean, but I love the shows where you can see the characters growing. I mean, from the beginning, they were this way, but then at the end, they were this way. And I love it when it's like a slow character growth, too. Nothing too jumpy, you know? From one episode, she was this terrible person. The next episode, all of a sudden, she was kind and generous. No, not a good character growth. Good character growth is the one you see forming throughout the series. You can clearly tell this is when she was this way, this is when she was this way, and so on. Yeah, I think that's all my thoughts on Buffy for now. I may or may not make another video, whether I get more, unless I have more of a reason to rant, because I guess that's kind of what this channel is about, me ranting. But please subscribe and comment your thoughts on Buffy. If you agree or disagree with anything I said, please tell me, but please be respectful and polite when you do. And so please subscribe, and I hope you liked this video. And if you have any suggestions of anything you want me to do, just write it down. I'll only do it if I know about it, because I'm not gonna rant about a show or movie I don't like or I've never seen. But just put down some of your favorites, and if you want me to do anything, ask if I like it, and if I do, then I will make a video about it. Okay, so see you until next time. My next video will probably be Charmed, and I'm probably going to do it tomorrow. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to do it tonight. My phone needs charged, and I just don't want to do it tonight. So I'll do it tomorrow. So if you like Charmed, please see my next video. It will be tomorrow.